Okay, what's up guys? It's your boy K-Aus, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm starting a new series, so I've done this before. It's a full game with my commentary over it, letting you guys know what I was thinking at the time, any mistakes I may have made, things I might have done differently, stuff like that, as well as why I did what I did. So just kind of getting into my thought process, and kind of just seeing what I'm thinking throughout a game, especially one that has meaning on it. So we're starting off with a $1,000 tournament game. Big game against a top competitive player, really good player named Mckinley. But I just want to give you guys kind of an intro here to kind of let you guys know what I'm doing and what I plan to do future on the channel. I'm going to probably try to do this maybe once a week, maybe get it up to twice. We'll see how successful it is and how much you guys like them. But let's jump into it, guys. Alright, boys, so you guys see the top 3 cards dropping down. We're in salary cap. This is a $1,000 tournament ran by Mudhead. It's called Friday Night Football. It's going to be every week for the next 8 weeks. It's invite only, but you can sign up for possible entries to it. Check out Zan's Twitter as well as Mudhead's Twitter. They usually tweet that out for possible signups. But so the invites, they usually go every other week unless you make the top 8. So if you don't make the top 8, you probably miss the next week, and then you get re-invited the next week. So this was the first week in this little 8-week segment that they're doing. They just brought it back, and we're playing a top player named Mckinley. If you guys remember last year, he actually won Problems League at the end of the year, Problems Salary Cap League. Always a solid player. I only played him a couple times last year, and this is my first time playing him this year. He's relatively known for being unorthodox, though, on both sides of the ball. So I knew going into the game he was going to play a little bit different. It's not going to be gun bunch and trips tight end and nickel normal and nickel over G. Like, I just knew it was just going to be something different. It wasn't going to be the meta. So that's just something you kind of get used to. You kind of feel it out on the first drive. And something that you guys are going to see me do here is I'm going to run the ball the first play. So with the new kickoff, you pretty much go out of the end zone every single time. Unless there's wind, you're going to be on it. You're going to be getting a touchback. So almost every offense, gun, bunch, trips tight end, split close, whatever you run, it pretty much needs to be on a hash. It doesn't need to be, but you want to be on a hash for a pass. So first play of the game, I'm 9 times out of 10 going to run the ball. Number 1, I get to see can they shoot the gap, which he just showed me right there. He can 100% shoot the gap. Number 2, I get myself to a hash, and then I can start passing. So it's kind of dual thing there. I want to test to see if he can shoot the gap and stop the run, and I also get to see I get myself to a hash. So right here, I go to my new favorite play right now, PA slot corner. It's probably my favorite dot. It just has so many quick reads. Like it's tough to rush you on it because you can throw the drag quick, you can throw the post quick. And if they play hard flats, you can throw that corner out relatively quickly. So it's one of my favorite plays in the moment. And you're gonna see me go to it a lot this game. He has some trouble stopping it, but it's not easy to stop. So it's something I'm gonna run a lot right here. So I actually have my corner out, which is what I was trying to throw. He showed me that he definitely gets some pressure. It looks like 4-3 odd, but he's not running it the normal way. It looks like he's shifting his D-line, at least from what I can tell. So right there, I did learn if I'm going to send 5 out, it's going to be tough to even make a super quick read like that. So usually if someone blitzes me, I can throw that corner out before I get sacked. With the loop right there, it came in pretty quick, and I didn't really have much time to do anything with it. So I noted that. I think I am going to try 5 out one more time later just to see if I can actually get it off, but whether I can or not, we'll figure it out. Right there, we go back to PA slot corner, and we pick up a first down. He showed me twice now. He hasn't really been able to stop it. I did notice he was playing hard flats. He played hard flats a ton. That was something I really paid attention to, was able to take advantage of later. So really with this first drive, like I mentioned, he plays a little different. You get to see what he's doing. So I noticed already he's playing hard flats. I noticed already he's usually sending 5 on a blitz. From some type of crossfire look, which you know is going to be a cover 3 look. So right here, I try to send 5 out again just to see, okay, can I get this pass off? He showed me, nope, I'm not. So that's probably the last time I send 5 out for the rest of the game. Just because he's consistently sending 5, and I haven't shown the ability to be able to pick it up. So I learned that. That's something that's in my notepad now, my little mental notepad, and I'm going to hold that for the rest of the game. That's going to be tough to block 5 against them, or send out 5 versus them. So right here, 2nd and 18, you know what we're going to go back to. The play he hasn't been able to stop yet, PA slot corner. Let's see what he can show me. Right there, still nothing doing. We pick up about 16 right there to Deion Sanders, and we make it a very respectable 3rd and 3. Right, when you take a sack on first down, making it 2nd and 16, 2nd and 17, 2nd and 18, something like that, you really just want to you want to cut it in half or so. You want to make it respectable third down. You don't need to get it all back right there. So picking up 15 right there is really good. So on this 3rd and 3, you see him. He moves and shifts and stuff with his D line a lot. You see what I did right here. I expected him to play hard flat, so I motioned over a guy on a smoke screen. I actually wanted that to be a hitch, but I just wasn't even thinking. And you have to hot route the hitch before you motion him, and I did it as he was motioning, so he was on a smoke screen. But I really expected him to play hard flats anyways, and I was planning on hitting my corner route, which is what I've been trying to do earlier in the game with my 5 out. But I knew I had to block my running back, so instead I motioned over a guy to still create that same flood concept and be able to pick up. I was able to pick up a first down even with the smoke screen. So good job picking up the moving the chains there after suffering a sack on first down. It's good to happen for you. Right here, just gonna hit my in route, move it a few yards, keep it moving. Just want to give him a different look out of PA slot corner there. Instead of hitting him with a post, I hit him with a baby in. Not the same exact concept really. Just mixing it up, change the motion guy, and change like kind of the depth of the route. So just something to do to mix up for him, keep him on his toes. Gotta excuse my voice a little bit, guys. I am getting a little sick. Just had a game tonight too, so that didn't help my illness very much. But I'm trying to fight through and get this video for you guys. So right here, he sends 5, but it looks like he mans up Dion on the outside. That's a no-no. Dion runs right by him. We get a touchdown. So great first drive. We learned a lot about him. So first, he wants to send 5 almost every play. Secondly, he wants to play a lot of hard flats. And thirdly, he hasn't shown me any answers for PA slot corner yet. So we're gonna keep that rolling until he shows he can stop it. I know a lot of you guys probably want to mix up your plays, and it's good to mix up your plays. You should. But at the same time, if they can't stop something, you keep running that thing until they do. Into the ground. Like, run it over and over and over again. There's no reason to change up from what they can't stop. So, just keep that in mind. Make my subs right here. You're going to get... I'm going to run 3-3-5 out against him. I didn't really have a big reason for running that over nickel over G. Those are my 2 main defenses right now. I'm working on transitioning from maybe to 3-3-5 and big nickel over G. The reason is 3-3-5 odd is so good blitz wise, but you just excuse me, you just can't adjust the way that you need to out of it sometimes. So, which is why I have the big nickel over G. But with big nickel over G, sometimes you want to send more pressure, and big nickel over G, you can blitz out of it. And it's okay, but it's not going to be the same pressure that you get from 3-3-5 odd. So they're kind of just mixing up the 2 defenses together, and you kind of figure it out. So right here, I'm kind of just trying to figure out what he's doing. Just trying to get a feel for what he is doing on offense. So I saw right away he's in tight doubles on, which is what Turbo Jeff, guy that had a lot of success in Club Series, ran. I'm assuming right now at this point in the game that McKinley has route specialists. He just ran a drag with this streak in the wheel, though. Kind of like verticals from bunch. So right here, right after that play, you saw that I manned up the nickel corner on the guy that he playmakered. I didn't want him to be able to playmaker him again. The man up actually ended up blowing up the run for me, because when you man people up, they do better in the run. But that was why I manned him up, and it ended up working out for run defense as well. Right here, you see I cross-manned the playmaker, and I'm all over that play. I just can't get there with my user. It was perfect. The drag to the right was bagged by the hard flat. The drag going to the left, which he wanted to playmaker, was man, which he did playmaker, and the man obviously stopped that. I was just too slow. I'm using Sean Taylor right now. His physical card, he's like 96 speed with John Madden, which is good, but it ain't no 99 speed like in Mutt, so I got to be more on my toes. Right here, I play hard flats, and he kills me with the wheel. So this is what I noticed from his first drive. He pretty much wants to drag Hill and playmaker him every play. He wants to max pro because he has having trouble remembering it. I want to say it's Lane Johnson tight end. So you know if you're gonna have a tackle at tight end, you wanna max pro a lot. You want to block him. So I just know he's gonna send 3 out a lot, which allows me to send. It allows me to play more coverage if I want to. as well as it allows me to send extra guys, not knowing I don't have to have as many corners in coverage, which is something I really didn't take advantage of as much. I probably could have sent 6 a lot more. But regardless, we ended up playing pretty good defense most of the game. Right there, that was actually supposed to be bagged. I was supposed to have a hard flat out there. Didn't shade down. Left my seam flat. Of course, that's a laser. Seam flats don't get out there, so that's my mistake. I think we probably hold him to 3 right there if we have a hard flat because nothing else was going to be open on that play. But regardless, I didn't even see he came out on goal line. We let him score on the sneak. It wasn't the biggest deal. He's probably going to get in from the inch-yard line there. So 7-7. I would say it wasn't the worst thing in the world because we did figure out a lot of things that he wants to do. I see he definitely wants to max pro and playmaker a lot. Those are his 2 top things right now that I see. And I need to make sure I just take away his wheels and be ready for his playmakers. Sorry, guys. I hope that cough's not annoying, and I hope it's not going on too long for the video. But so offensively, we already noted what we've found. And we're going to keep going back to what we liked against him and see if he makes any adjustments for it. And then we'll go from there. So, first play here. Let's see what we do here. Okay, yeah. So, I wanted to keep up with that motion. I noticed he gave me a touchdown on that motion before. So, I kind of wanted to test to see if what he does to adjust from the last time. He deep quarter this time instead of manning up so he didn't get burned. But that just allowed our crosser to get over the top, and his user didn't keep up, and we pick up a laser. So we're playing pretty much perfect offense right now. He hasn't been able to do anything with us yet, and we're happy about that. We're just going to keep trying to mess around with our motions and keep trying to confuse him on both sides of the ball. So, well, I guess just on offense. I don't know why I said both sides of the ball. He clearly was not confused on his first possession, but something I will note is there's no face cam. For Mudhead, I had to keep a clear broadcast, so I kept the face cam off. But usually I would do a face cam back over it, but it was such a long video that I didn't want to do that. Make you guys stare at my face for 50 minutes or whatever. But right there, we go to PA slot corner. It was definitely wide open again. This time closer to the sideline because he played hard flats. So he ended up getting a pass breakup on my quarterback, but he showed he hasn't been able to stop it yet. So I'm not tripping on that, to be honest with you. He needs to show me that he's gonna be able to stop before I start mixing it up more. So we're going back to PA slot corner again, and that's literally why I said on stream. I remember I was like, you know what, he can't stop this thing. I'm going right back to it, and there we go, another dot. He just really hasn't been able to do anything with it. That motion post gets is such a good spot, and we're gonna run it until he stops. Like I keep saying, like I'm gonna keep beating that into your guys' heads. If somebody is not stopping something, do not change it. I run into so many kids online, bro. It's crazy. Like, say in Mckinley, they'll be toting on me, right? They'll be in a formation of toting on me. They'll change formations to tote again. Like, and right there, I thought we had a touchdown, man. A little overthrow from Vic hurt right there. Definitely thought we could have gotten animation on that, but like they'll go to a different formation to try to run the ball. And I'm like, yo, like you were getting 10 yards a pop. What are you doing? It really just makes no sense why people mix up why they do. But fact of the matter is, they do. So just have to try to be better, I guess. But just stick with your formations if you are killing somebody in it. Right here, going back to our PA slot corner, and sorry, our in route actually got a really bad break, like on the snap. I don't know, he kind of was in my line, so we ended up picking up 2 or whatever after our spin, but we probably could have gotten like 5 or 6 off that had we gotten a better animation. Not the biggest deal, but it puts us in a 3rd and 8 situation where it's gonna be relatively difficult to pick up this first down, especially near the red zone. Makes it a little more difficult. So we're going to probably our favorite red zone money play from like the 20 to 25 yard line, where we get to highball that S post. But he gets a little bit of outside pressure, and we end up settling for 3. So not the end of the world. 10-7. It sucks to not get 7 when we thought we had a chance on that high ball post that got overthrown, but to take a 3-point lead, I think I'm feeling pretty good. He hasn't really shown the ability to really stop me on offense yet, as well as the fact I feel like I kind of have a good idea of what he wants to do now on offense after his drive. a lot of deep routes with one drag underneath the playmaker. So if we take away that playmaker drag, we'll do fine. So right here, we're definitely thinking we don't want to give up points because it's going to be his ball at halftime. So if you give up 7, you're in a rough spot. But a 3 wouldn't be the worst, but 7 would be rough. And but if we can get a stop and then get a touchdown, go up 10 before half, then we're in a really good spot. So right here, see what we do here. Yeah, so I ended up kind of doing a cover 6 look while manning up the playmaker. His flip kind of screwed me up right there, so I ended up just hard flatting that guy. And then vert hooking, yeah. So I created a cover 6, but it would have been a lot better had he not flipped it. I liked my defense before to man up that drag, but we only give up 3, so it's not the biggest deal. But I definitely liked my defense before he flipped it, because if you have that cover 6 look, he hasn't really been attacking the side with the receiver and the tight end. It's always his deeper routes are coming from the double receivers on the left, and then he's got his playmaker drag on the backside. So that's what we do again. We man it up. Same exact defense we had before, the cover 6 with the man up. And I'm really feeling like this is a good defense right here. Get to set up our blitz, get to do all the adjustments we want, and we're all over everything. And the guy was manned up, was bagged. Probably could have been a pick, but you're probably not going to pick that from that angle very often, so I'm not too upset about that. Just keep on moving. 3rd and 7. I'm really feeling like I have a good idea of what he wants to do. So I'm just going to do something relatively similar. But instead of manning him up this time, I put a vert hook, and we end up getting a super A-gap from Javon Kurtz. Gotta love 3-2-5 odd. But I figured he would assume I would man that guy up again, so he wouldn't put him on a playmaker drag. So I didn't man him up on purpose, and evidently he didn't put him on the drag. It ended up working out perfectly for me. We get a sack, and we get the ball back. So this is perfect. 2:50 left. I'm thinking get 7 right before half. We'll go up 10, and we'll have this game in a great position to win the game. So really feeling good about our spot. We're inside this 50, and we're definitely gonna try for a touchdown, 100%. But we're not going to try. Like, we're going to try to waste some clock, too. We're not going to try to score in a heartbeat either. So, that's just something worth noting. Right here, you see I had done this motion before, so I wanted to do this motion again. Make him think I'm passing the ball, but I'm really just running inside zone. And it kept him from being able to shoot the gap because he kind of had to worry about, okay, that pass over there from that receiver kind of just throws off the user a little bit, which is why I did that motion. Nothing wrong with, I know a lot of people like to motion into the gap for the run to pick up a block. Nothing wrong with motioning them over just to kind of throw the defense off, especially the user off when you want to run the ball. So definitely like that play right there. And we're going back to the money play. He hasn't been able to stop yet. PA slot corner. And we've got a corner route wide open, and he overthrows it. That one hurt. That one hurt. It was a perfect read, hard flat to a corner route, and I don't know, like, Moss just didn't animate for it. I don't know what that was. It was the same exact throw I made on the first play of the game. Like I said, man, he hasn't shown me he's been able to stop it. Stuff's been open every time, so I'm going right back to it here. And he ends up getting a quick monster shot. I would be willing to guess he was on aggressive right there because he only sent 3. I feel like he was on aggressive. Maybe it's because I took a step back in the pocket, but I really felt like that was a quick shed. But regardless here, I am going to go for it. I don't want to punt the ball because, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I was going to try to make up some weird excuse for why I wasn't punting the ball. I'm freaking pissed off because I threw a laser and I got overthrows. So I'm going for it because I'm stubborn. But honestly, I feel like I could pick up this first down. I really do. I feel like I could throw a quick laser and pick it up. So you see our route combos right here. Right away, as soon as I hiked it, I seen he had to cover the whole middle of the field himself. And I knew we were going to have that post route open. We threw it, and Julio just doesn't make the play for me. I honestly was happy with my play call. It just didn't happen for me. That's all I can really say. He didn't catch the ball. So tough break on that possession for sure. Overthrown a wide open pass, drop another pass on 4th down, which we thought we can complete it. And then first play of his drive, he ags me. So rough series of events right there. About 3 plays in a row where I felt like I got the short end of the stick. Really, all you can really say about it right there is you just got to keep fighting. Tough breaks happen in this game for sure, so you just got to keep fighting through it. Next play here, he goes to his wheel route. Nothing doing this time. Ed Reed knocks it out. Ed Reed plays big boy football. He doesn't do that ag catch game. If he sees you up there, he's going to take you out. No, I'm just kidding. He gets agged all the time, just like everybody else. But he made a good play there. So that was actually a cloud flat that time with the wheel, not a hard flat. So he showed me with that wheel that he could actually really get like over the cloud quickly. The verticals wheel doesn't get over as quick as that one does, and I noticed that right there, which is why that next play I moved my deep half out a little bit just to make sure he would get out there and play it. And I started doing that the rest of the game. So once he showed me that the wheel, okay, so the wheel's going to beat the cloud flat quickly, I need to move my deep half a little bit. And just once I did that, I felt like he couldn't throw it as easily. Right here, nothing's really open for him, and he ends up diving right into me. I feel like I fumble with Vic on that all the time if I ever do that, but he doesn't fumble. We calls a 4th and 1. I personally thought if I'm him, I'm kicking this. But because it's my ball at half, I want to make it even 10-10. Maybe I get a stop before half, maybe I don't. But regardless, it's my ball at half, so I want to take my 3. But he actually decides to go for it. So a little bit of an odd decision by him. I don't know if I agree with it, but regardless, we got to get a stop right here. So I'm manning up everybody all over the field, not letting him run the ball. So I'm doing that. And we honestly played the perfect defense we could possibly play. Everything was bagged. And he hags me with Lane Johnson, man. And when that happened right there, after all the series of events that just happened with my overthrow, my drop ball, his ag, to force a 4th and 1 and to bag him up, and he throws the ball to a safety guarding Lane Johnson and catches it on me, I was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, because I really felt like I was getting the short end of the stick, man. There is no way in this game Lane Johnson should ever be catching the ball when he's covered. Like, he barely should catch it when he's open, let alone when he's covered. So I was upset about that, but regardless, we blow up his run. So we make it 2nd and goal from the 6, which I was pretty happy about. I felt like after that play right there, I was going to force him to take 3. Anyways, which would be solid. It would have been nice to get a full stop, but I felt like I was going to hold him to 3 after that. Next play, he runs the ball again, making sure, which is smart by him, making sure I have no time. So that run right there was smart. And make sure, no matter what, if he scores on 3rd and goal, I have no time. If he doesn't score on 3rd and goal, I still have no time. Smart run by him. I definitely agreed with his call right there. And he's going to let this clock just run all the way down. Very, very smart play, which is exactly what he should have done. And then allow him to get his perfect play call in. So very, very smart by him. Yeah, so he calls timeout. So that was really, really smart. Now it's 3rd and goal. He gets to do whatever he wants. Every play calls in the playbook, because he's got timeouts, and he doesn't have to worry about any type of clock management really. He gets 2 plays no matter what. So right here we play perfect defense, and I had, look at this. He gets to the 1 yard line on that. He gained 3 yards. I had a 92 speed Jalen Smith linebacker, the best Jalen Smith linebacker in a spy, and somehow this 95 speed Vic, I know it's a 3-speed advantage, but when I'm in a spy, a 3-speed advantage should not be burning my guy. He should not have got 3 yards right there. So those 3 yards right there allow him to go for it. I'm pretty upset about that, because if he gets stopped at the 4, there is no way ever in this game he is going for this right here. He's kicking his 3, and we're going into halftime 10-10. But it allows him to go for it. He goes to goal line. I'm trying to set up for the toss defense. We get stuck on the way out there, and he takes it in. So extremely difficult end of the half for me. We're in a position, prime position, to go up 17-7 before halftime, and that would be perfect. 2 possessions is a great spot to be in, but instead we're down 14-10. And it's his ball, so we're in a really bad spot. We're in a spot where if we give up 7, we're pretty much done. Like, we're going to lose the game. So this defensive possession is really going to be perfect. I have felt like I played good defense. He had the good first drive, but then we got a stop, and he only scored on his 2nd drive because he got an ag and then a catch in traffic with his right tackle tight end. So not tripping on that. I know you guys probably going to say in the chat, oh, well, that's a right tackle. He's actually a tight end out of position player. I don't care what he is, man. he shouldn't be catching my ball in traffic. But right here, he goes back to his like he tried to run this earlier. It's like a little wheel route thing. It's kind of what the guys do from a bunch with mesh post with the wheel. Nice little cute little concept. And he picks up a first down. I messed with that actually, high key. It was pretty cool. He definitely plays a different style of Madden than, well, not different style, just like different route combos, different formations. Just plays a different way than other people. It's kind of cool to play against. It's not always the easiest thing to play against, but it's definitely fun to play against. So right here, he goes to another formation. I got no clue what to expect. So right there, like he didn't run that at all in the first half, and he goes to it and he gets to quick hike it, and I don't know what, like, this isn't gun bunch or trip side in, so you have to kind of see what he wants to do from his formations. You can't just automatically know, so it makes it a little bit difficult. It takes a little bit of adjusting period. So he gets himself a free first down right there with Vic, and then he goes to this corner route play with the playmaker. I really thought he was about to throw it right at me, and I was going to bait him, but that was a really good play by him. Good dot. So he kind of showed me his two lasers. He had the little S post in the first play when he ran with Vic, and then the corner route right there. So I kind of got a feel for what he wanted to do after that, from that form. So if he ever goes back to it, I'm ready for it. But he definitely got himself two free big plays off going to that formation. It was smart. Honestly, like, not enough people do that in Madden. So just by him going to that formation and me not knowing how to adjust for it, he allowed himself to get basically a free field goal, and now he gets to work for a possible touchdown. So good plays by him. But we forced an incompletion on that down, so 2nd and 10. Really important that we hold to a field goal here. I can't stress that enough. If we give up a touchdown, we're in a rough spot. You see I'm adjusting for the wheel by moving that safety out a little bit. We're on the drag ourselves, and we get some nice pressure. So forcing a 3rd down here, got to get off the field, man. He will take his 3 this time if we get off the field. I know it. So I have to just play a little bit more conservative, just making sure I can give up 5 yards. I can't give up 10. Just got to make sure I get off the field here. And I set up for the wheel route 100% here, deep quartering my outside and hard flying the guy. I'm on the playmaker, but I just can't get there. So right there, that was my mistake. I should have manned it up. He'd been doing that all day. I don't know why I didn't man it. I had manned it earlier and shown that it was going to work. I guess I thought I could use it myself and assumed he would playmaker it straight up. He did a really smart thing by playmakering it backwards, and I didn't have a cloud flat out there. So we give up the first. Bad break there. Now it's 1st and goal from the 7. We have to get a stop here, guys. I can't stress it enough. If we give up a touchdown here, we're in a rough position. So you can see he's already chew clocking me. If he went up 11 here, he's going to be in a great spot. So we have to get off the field. We blow up his first run. The one thing I love about my 3-3-5 odd man is I have always been really good against the run from it. My user and then the loop guy do a really good job of blowing up runs. And then if I man my safeties, it's really hard to run against. So right here, we expect to pass, so we baseline it. And we're pretty much on everything. And he sent 5 out, so we screamed at him really easily. Force a 3rd and goal from the 11. Can't give up anything up now. We're going all-out coverage. Definitely just, we can give up 5, can't give up 10. Same thing as before. And we're pretty much on everything. Just maneuver in the pocket, and he's going to take off with Vic. And we're not letting that happen. If I went for a hit stick there, I'd probably get a fumble. But I didn't want to risk giving up a first down. So he settles for 3. I guess it's a win for me after giving up those 2 quick lasers to field goal range. To not give up 7's a win. It sucks that we gave up any points at all, though, just because of the rough position that we're in. But now, down 7, we have to go get 7. If we don't get 7 this drive, it's gonna be tough to win the game. 3, maybe you can work with it, but if we don't get some type of points, we're gonna be in some deep doo doo. Let me just put it that way. But to be honest with you, I feel like I have played really good offense this game. I drove down, got an easy 7. I drove down and got 3, where I had no problems driving until we just stalled out in the red zone, and then I had a turnover on downs where I had an overthrow and a drop catch. So I don't know, man. I think we're in a good spot here. As far as feeling confident offensively. Right here, I go to a little bit of a different variation for PS slot corner. And it doesn't work. The only reason why it didn't work is because I couldn't throw the corner out because I wasn't on a hash. I probably should have just ran the ball. Sorry. If I had just ran the ball and got on a hash, I probably would have been in a really good spot because that play right there was actually going to be really, really good. I could have just thrown the corner out over the cloud, but because I wasn't on a hash, neither the drag nor the corner route were really great reads there. So, oh well. We'll live to fight another day. We go to P8 shot wheel here, and we could have just taken our in route. We got greedy. We probably should have just taken our in route, spun up, and gotten our 5, gotten our 6, whatever. Instead, I wanted to hit my crosser. We ended up losing 9, man. So now that we just lost 9 yards, we're in a bad spot. You guys know I'm gonna go back to my money play. P slot corner. I gotta get half of it back. I told you guys that earlier. When you're second 19, third and 19, don't try to get 20. Try to get 10. And of course, I think he's on aggressive because he quick sacked me. I fake hike, get a false start, turn into 3rd and 24. But so that sucks. But fact of the matter is, we have to pick up half this back. If we don't, we can't even go for it. We probably have to punt, to be honest with you. Or maybe I would just go for it just so we could have the ball close so we wouldn't be able to waste my time. But we go to slot corner here. We actually kind of throw at him, but he had a bad user. He was kind of behind it, so didn't mind the read, to be honest with you. I guess I probably shouldn't have tested him, but we had to make a quick read, and we saw that he was behind, and we threw it. 3rd and 15. I noticed before, this is key. This is really important. I noticed he usered the middle by himself. He had no yellows. I knew he had 2 clouds, and then the deep blues, and then his user. I knew that from before. So I knew I didn't have to send out the slant like I did last time. Last time I put out a slant. This time I didn't. I know he's on the crosser, and I know he has to break back. He breaks back on the in for just a second. If you guys want to rewind it, you can. He takes 1 step back on my in route. That gives me time to throw the crosser. We pick up the 1st down, and now we're rolling again. I really feel confident on offense versus him. The only thing is that I let myself get greedy and put myself in a bad position, taking a bad sack on 2nd down. And doing something stupid on 1st down, which was hash dependent, and I'm not on a hash. So both those things just led to bad things happening for me, and I was able to convert, and now we're going to try to stay away from those stupid things. Right here, we did our little motion that we did before to try to throw him off on the run. He didn't fall for it a 2nd time, so we ended up losing 3. Luckily, we got back to a hash. If I had gotten stopped in the middle, that would have sucked, to be honest. But got back to a hash mark, lost 3. It's not the end of the world. And we're gonna go to verticals here, but we let me see what I do here. I'm not sure I agree with one of the verticals right here, to be honest with you. I've been getting screamed at, and so we do end up going to verticals right there. Luckily, he doesn't send pressure. I don't really like my call right there, to be honest with you, to send 5 out after being shown twice in the game that I was not able to send 5 out. Yeah, I don't know what I really saw there. I don't really like the call there, but it ends up working out. I get time to throw my backside in route, and we pick up about 10. So works out for me. Not sure I agree with the call, but it worked out. So I guess we have to for this moment. We're going back to my money play here, PA slot corner. We're doing it with the in route. Like I said, I ran this play over and over and over again, but I mixed it up from who was going across the middle, so it changes up who he can kind of like zone-wise use. And I think that was a little bit good for me, but my in route kept running into my line, so maybe I need to change that up. So regardless, we threw a dot. Somehow my feet weren't in bounds. I know that looked like an ag, and it kind of was an ag, but to be honest with you, with those open ags, like the good players come down with them in this game. Randy Moss can catch that 9 out of 10 times. I just didn't get my feet down somehow. But regardless here, we got to get a 1st down. And I drew up the same exact play, except for I have him on a curl route instead of an in route this time. And my reasoning for doing that was because I wanted to be able to hold the user, which is exactly what he did, and I throw my corner route. Perfect play right there. The in route wasn't doing it for me. He kept running into my line. He kept going short. I wasn't going to get 3 yards with it. So I use a curl. It holds the user. We throw the corner out. We move the chains. So this is what we like to call a struggle drive. Couple 4th downs, converted both. Struggle drives, if you're going to win big-time games, you turn these struggle drives into touchdowns, and you demoralize him because he's played good defense. He's forced me to 2 4th downs. If we just get into this end zone, he's like, man, bro, like I couldn't get off the field on any of these plays. So You need to punch this in. So I'm really, 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 really hoping that we can do that. Right there, we went to PA shot wheel, probably our favorite red zone play, and we were able to pick up about 6. Right here, we're going back to verticals, it looks like, and we're sending 5 out. And I thought we had a touchdown. 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a touchdown. That was not a deep blue. It looked like a yellow to me. And that's Randy Moss. So I tried to highball it. Didn't work out for me. I really thought it was a touchdown, though. I would make that read 10 out of 10 times. I don't mind it at all. I would throw that every time. I felt like it was a good read. But right here, I was testing something. I wanted to smart route my corner route, see if he would get over the hard flat into a good spot. It really didn't. It wasn't open at all. So if he had had a better user of the play, I would not have scored. But that was really my mindset was, okay, there's no way the deep corner route has any type of space right here. So I smart routed it, hoping that it would be able to get over the hard flat and get to a better spot than the corner route would. It didn't get a good spot at all. So if he just lurked my post, I was getting sacked. So it worked out, though. We turned the struggle drive into 7. Like I said, most top players will do. If you can do that, you're going to demoralize your opponent. And now all of the pressure is on him. If we stop him, this game is cooked. I feel like we're in a spot where if we stop him, we'll be in great territory and we'll be in a prime position to win the game. So I'm really, really, really hoping we get off the field right here. At this juncture in the game, I really felt like I had outplayed him. I caught some bad breaks early, and I felt like he got some things to go his way early on, and I felt like we were in a good position to get a stop right here because I felt good on defense. Right there, I was waiting on the playmaker, and he never did it, so we ended up just taking his drag for a couple yards. I was cool with that. I didn't mind that. I was just kind of sitting back waiting for him to playmaker, and he ended up not doing it, so it's cool. Right here, you see me move my deep half out, and I ended up, so I messed up. I was trying to deep third my other safety after moving the deep half out, but he quick hiked it, and I just planned on using the drag the whole play. But I had to use the deep seam because it would have been a touchdown if I hadn't ran back there since I didn't get my deep third off. So, to be honest with you, I'm being kind of stupid on defense right now. Early in the game when I got my stop, it's because I manned up his playmaker drag, and it forced sacks and it forced mistakes by him. I haven't done that once in his last couple possessions, so I don't know what I'm doing. But right there, we finally manned it up again, and shocker, we get a sack. So I'm playing bad. I'm playing bad on defense. I'm not going to lie to you. Making my user do too much. I'm trying to sit over here guessing when he's going to playmaker and stuff when I could just be manning the guy up. I know he's doing that with a solo side receiver. Just do it every play. So right here, we don't man it up because I didn't want to do it twice in a row because I didn't expect him to have to user it again. Like, sorry, to have to I didn't expect him to. I expected him to not think I was going to man it up, or I expected him to think I was going to man it up and go to a play that would beat it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Regardless, that's why I didn't man it up that play. It ends up working out. We get pressure. We force a 3rd and 17. So we're in a perfect spot now. You know I'm manning up the playmaker again this time. I'm not giving him anything. We're manning that up, and we're making sure to use or anything else he puts out there. We know he's going to max protect. We're on it, and he throws it right at us. He just tried to ag me with Lane Johnson. When he did that, I was freaking out. And when he did that, it was freaking. I was mad because if it was an accurate pass, I'm picking that 20 out of 20 times. He tried to freaking ag me with Lane Johnson. He was a madman on it. But 4th and 17. I make the biggest mistake of the game. I get stuck on my safety. I have to click off him because he's in a deep blue to Lawrence Taylor. So Lawrence Taylor, you guys know in 3-5 out is my pressure getter. He throws it up. He ags it in traffic. He breaks a tackle, and he gets to the 1-yard line, guys. Right there, my stomach just dropped. Unbelievable, man. We played perfect defense all game. And honestly, that was perfect defense again. If we knew we went to the corner route and we were on that, if we literally just hadn't gotten stuck on our safety, we would have won the game because there's no way Lawrence Taylor doesn't get to him by the time that throw gets thrown off. But since I had Lawrence Taylor, my main pass rusher, it was one less guy being sent and my best pass rusher not being sent. So we give up 7. It was just rough, man. It was I don't know, man. I felt like I had the game right on my fingertips, and they got ripped from me on that. So, fact of the matter is, we got unlucky, but we have to go get 7 to force overtime, dude. There's no other way to put it. We got to fight through it, and we have the capability to do it. We've played pretty good offense this game. Our 4 drives are a touchdown, a field goal where we stalled in the red zone, a turnover where we had a turn on downs where we had an overthrow and a drop pass, and another touchdown. So I felt like we played pretty good offense. We just got to do it one more time. Right here, we're not on a hash. I personally, looking back on it, would run the ball. I'm not sure if I do or not, but I would run the ball right here. I'm not sure what I do. Yeah, so I don't run it. I go to PA slot corner. Ends up working out for me. We hit Dion, and Dion off to the races. If it was anybody but Dion versus Dion, I would have scored. But he had Dion back there, so we get tackled. But huge play. So now what I'm thinking is, now we can take our sweet old time. I picked up a huge chunk. Time's not a factor anymore. I just need to manufacture yards, manufacture first downs, and get in that end zone. That's all I got to do. Nothing else matters at this moment. So time's no longer a factor. Right here, I don't know why I wasted so much time coming out the huddle, but he kind of knows I'm running now just because I wasted so much time. Luckily, he misses the gap shoot, but I don't know why it took so long in the huddle. Pretty stupid of me. I don't know if I thought I was going to get to the 2-minute warning or not, but he knew I was running the ball because I came out with 7 seconds left on the game clock, or the play clock, and I just had to hike it, no adjustments. So I don't know why I did that. It's pretty stupid. But right here, we're going back to something that we did earlier in the game, but we got a touchdown earlier around the same spot, pig counter go. We ended up just taking our zig. Looked like we were getting a little bit of a shed going on right there, and our zig got a little bit of space, so I hit him. Take your free yards when you have it. That's something I had been really, really good with in the beginning of the year. I've gotten a little bit worse with it. I'm not going to lie to you. If something's open, drag, in route, zig, hitch, whatever, take it. Take it if it's open. So right here, we're going to the play where I got the first down earlier with the smoke screen, but this time I'm actually putting the hitch, and he plays really good defense. This user was on point. He sent his flat at me, lurked the hitch in the corner route himself, so I couldn't throw either of them. And he sent the corner, but then he also had a spy, bagged my in route. Best defense by him all day right there for sure. I made the mistake, threw the pick, and it's just a good play by him. To be honest with you, he had a good lurk and he played good defense. So we still have a chance here. Luckily, he picks up a big chunk, but he gets the first down, which is probably the best thing that could happen to me. Because if he got stopped at like 2nd and 1, he's probably going to get the first down. I'm going to lose. So I was happy he got that first down if he was going to get that many yards. Now, I'm selling out to the run. Selling out. I'm manning up people. I'm not giving him big chunks anymore. Just going to sell out, man up everybody I can, and try to get a stop. He runs his draw, and we had it blown up, but he breaks the tackle and he ends up gaining a few. But not the biggest deal. It would have been nice to have it blown up in the backfield, but to only gain a couple is not bad. So I don't think, honestly, thinking on this play, I don't think he's going to pass, but I'm still manning up my people in case he does pass the way that I should, if that makes sense. And he ends up passing, and he is a madman. He goes back to Lane Johnson. Definitely wasn't a fan of his play call, to be completely honest with you, when he ends up getting hollered at. So good, but it's good for me. I get to save a timeout and get close to a stop here. So huge play here. He goes to the screen, and the thing about it was he's audible to the screen, so I had contains out there, so it took him a while to throw it. Luckily, he honestly was lucky to get 7 right there, because my contain, when you audible against odd, the contains come back. The contain was just sitting on the screen for half the play. He was lucky to get sacked, but 4th and 1 here for the game. I manned up everybody to make sure I stopped the run, but I made a big mistake here. So I played super aggressively, knowing I would have to just lurk the fade myself. I manned my safety on Lane Johnson instead of Tyreek Hill. I don't know why I did that. I had been cross-manning Tyreek Hill a ton all game with that safety. For some odd reason, I decided it was a good idea to man up Lane Johnson. If I had manned up that drag with a cross man, I really, really, really think I get a stop right there and I have a chance to win the game. Now, I don't know if I win the game. I would still have to get a touchdown and then win it overtime. But I didn't even have a chance. So that's going to do it, man. That first down ends it. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. If these videos are too long and you would like for me to do some cutting on them, let me know in the comment section. I really want to do what you guys want to see. I just feel like the live game commentary helps you guys. Gives you more time to hear my thought process, my comments on it. So let me know what you guys think. And drop a like for me. If we get 150 likes on this video, we will drop another one of these. Take it easy, man. Peace.